What is up, guys? Kevin over at LEGbrOs coming back at you with another Q&A video. I figured I hadn't done this in a while since I went on vacation, so we'll go ahead and get through these comments, and I will go ahead and do some searching on eBay for some stock here on the other side while I'm answering these questions. If you guys do have another question for this comment, for this Q&A series, comment below the question that you have, and I will answer it in the next Q&A. These aren't getting a lot of traction, so we'll see how long this process goes. We'll see how long this series continues. But let's go ahead and get started here. First off, Indoraptor. Of course, we have the first, guys. He did have a question, though. He said, can you make a review of all your Lego Palpatines? It's a little difficult because usually I don't have them all at once with those kind of things because I'm pricing them out and then giving them to my shipper to be stored in a different location for when they ship out and sell. So I don't have like a full-on collection that we could go over like, hey, this is what this is. Or this is all my Palpatines or whatever, because I don't have a collection. Everything in my collection is always ebb and flowing based off of what sells. So thank you for the question, though. Ordep Lance says, let me guess Jedi Bob for, I'm guessing for the what was my favorite Jedi. That was a good one that I did not even think of. That one is definitely up there in terms of, wow, that thing is so expensive now. He's got both of them. Nice. That thing is definitely one of my favorite figures of all time. Jedi Bob is definitely a classic. So yes, I will amend my list and add him as one of my favorite Jedi, for sure. The 3D Mindset, I need your opinion. Is Flip 203 a nice name for my name to be on my silver play button? So that's Flip 203. I guess you had a different name previously. In the chats I've just known as Flip 203. Now I know who you are. I didn't even see that comment because I don't look at these until we do our Q&As. But sure, yeah, get on that silver play button. Heck yeah, you and me both. Billy Wolf 216 Gaming says, "What's your favorite Lego figure you have that's tanned?" Well, Tan Solo, of course, the best one. Palpatine is pretty good too, but Tan Solo, the original, is so good. So good. Jason Said said, what is the most expensive figure you got in a blind bag? I think the most expensive figure I ever got in a blind bag was a chrome Darth Vader. I think I ended up selling him for like $125 or something to that effect. So I think that was probably the most expensive figure I've found. A lot of $50 ones plus in there, but that was probably the most expensive. I haven't found like a Cloud City Boba Fett or like a Mr. Gold or anything crazy like that as of yet. Knock on wood. I mean, don't knock on wood. What's the good... Wait, how do we make that happen? I don't know. I think I ruined it. So now if I don't find a Mr. Gold, it's because I knocked on wood for finding a Mr. Gold. Bummer. Tuscan Production says, there's a lot of Lego MOC series on YouTube. What's your favorite? I mean, definitely my MOCs are one of the best MOCs out there. I should be a MOC channel because my MOCs are so good. My MOC skills are so just next level compared to everybody else. I don't watch a whole lot of them just because I just don't have time. I am so busy with 2 kids. My time is just gone instantaneously. So I don't have a lot of time. I know Solid Bricks does some crazy MOCs out there. I know Chris Productions used to do some stuff as well that was pretty cool. Those are the only 2 I really know of. I know there's a couple other people in the space. I think Rich4J does some. I think I don't know if Brickwiz does any, but I don't watch a whole lot of them. I wish I could watch more content. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to figure this whole thing out, trying to manage my time, and it's not going well. So much stuff to do. Flip203 also, well, the 3D Mind previously, said do a video of showing fake Lego. I have a whole bin now, so it's building up there. Obi-Wan Kenobi, hello there, says, hello there. Best-selling Star Wars figure? Clones. Gotta be clones. Phase 1, white clones. Best-selling Star Wars figure. Right there. The Darth Maul, Clone Wars Darth Maul with the mechanical legs, he sells in a day every single time I post him. So he's a very good figure as well, but can't beat the clones. Those things, I sell hundreds of them when I post them in that day. It's just crazy how fast the Phase 1 white clones sell. He also says, what is the most amount of sales you've ever gotten in a day? In terms of the amount of sales or the monetary value. Monetary value, we've been in the thousands a couple times. I think the highest we've ever gotten was like $4,000 in a day. That was right after the Chicago video, or Chicago haul, where I got the tons of epic sets, and so there's a whole bunch of sealed sets that sold. A super vintage set sold for like $1,000 something bucks, like a cafe corner or something like that. So it just stacked up, and I think I ended up making like $4,000 or $4,500 that day. So that was pretty cool, but I also spent $24,000 on that haul, so I was just making it all up from there. Asian Bubble says, what do you do to clean up any marked up figs, like the ones that got Stripey on them? I try to use a magic eraser and some water very delicately. I know there's people that use like chemicals and stuff like that on there. I've found that the magic eraser works pretty well. It does, if you do it too much, it does rub off the decal, so you have to be very careful with those kind of things. But I know all the other, alcohol and all that kind of stuff will also do the same thing. So I know there's a lot of people that say, hey, I have this figured out for cleaning things, and I'm sure there's probably people that do it better than I do. I don't put a lot of time into it, though. I just, like I said before, I don't have any time, so I don't really put a lot of time to recover it. I just put it in a cracked, damaged, or drawn-on fig bag and sell that to whoever wants to have time to do that. Tuxedo Alien says, what is your favorite mock that you have seen on the internet? Mine has to be Rich Boy J's Starkiller Base. Man, mock questions today. Like I said, I haven't seen a whole bunch of them. Usually I'll tune in for the final product. Like I tuned in for the final product of Mandalore that just finished. I think I saw Kashyyyk before that. I did see Starkiller Base. That one was pretty cool as well. I don't know if I have a favorite just because I'm not in that space as much. I do. There was, who was it? There was some channel where someone had a giant Aquanauts mock in the middle of their city. I don't know, it was Brixie or somebody had a giant Aquanauts mock, which is something that I want to do. I want to make a giant. Actually, ultimately, what I want to do is I want to make a giant Aquanauts mock, and then somehow like coat it all so it's safe and make a fish tank out of it. I think that would be just the coolest thing ever. Just like they have at Legoland in the aquarium at Legoland. Just make like an Aquanauts fish tank would be so cool with a whole mock scene in there. I think that would be my dream right there, but that's years and years and years down the line, most likely. He also says, how are you doing? How's the family? Great. We just got back from a week-long camping trip, so that was amazing. That's why I was kind of gone and not responding to comments, so I do apologize to you guys who were waiting for responses or anything like that. That was where I was. I was just out and about. Let's take a look here. Where's the figs? Oh, that might be a smooth hair Leia. Is there more picture of the figs? No. The ship itself looks kind of yellowed to me. It's got the box and everything, though. I might have to inquire on that one later on. It's got the box. The ship itself, though. Go to this picture. Why are you not going to that picture? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to me? You can see it looks kind of yellow, but it could just be because it's old white. And it's probably been on display for a while. This, I don't know why it does that. Stop doing that. Stop it. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to come back to it. Because I think that might be, let's see if we can load it again here. That might just be a smooth hair layer right there. It looks pretty smooth to me. The buns give it away. They're not rippled. I think that's a smooth haired Leia. So I'm going to have to go ahead and look into that. It's not super cheap, so hopefully I can talk them down a little bit. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Get another one of them. Nintendo set. That's so awesome. I love that. I forgot what I was doing. Real Kermit says, do you have any devices or any video games? What's your favorite one? I'm a PC gamer. I do have an Xbox 360 from way back when. I used to have a PlayStation way back when, and I used to have a Nintendo. Well, actually, I didn't have a Nintendo, but I played my friend's Nintendo like crazy. Favorite system of all time, I loved the Nintendo 64, playing at other people's houses. I never had one myself, but I loved like James Bond and stuff like that. But PC is my favorite device for playing games. Diablo 2, favorite game of all time. Nothing even comes close to Diablo 2. Spent the best time of my life in that game. Oh my gosh. I hope they remaster it. Jason, I think you already asked a question, but he said, what happens to all the cracked torsos? They just go in that box, like I said before. Obi-Wan, he was commenting on the video, so I'm not your favorite Jedi. So uncivilized. Sorry. Obi-Wan Kenobi is my favorite Jedi, for sure. Wade Wilson said, I need an NRG-J and a Kai helmet piece. Do you have any? I just sold NRG-J, I believe, just recently. I just got one, though. I'll have to see if I have one. I'll reply back to you. Garrett said, what is your opinion on Pong Krell? He's got 2 lightsabers. Well, four lightsabers, technically. It was two double-sided lightsabers, right? So cool. Yeah, 4 arms, 2 lightsabers. That's pretty dope. Andrew Miles said, what's the best way to store Lego minifigures? Away from the sun? Unless you want to make a tan solo, apparently. Away from the dust? Really, there's no separate if you can. Obviously, you don't want them in piles so they're scratching each other and whatnot, but that just happens. Like, I don't do anything to prevent that. I'm going to go up to auctions because we've gone through enough buy it nows here. So we're going to switch over to our auctions here. Oops, we're not going price lowest first. That doesn't help us at all. Ending soonest. Here we go. Disney Castle, right there. Black Seas Barracuda. 2 great sets right off the bat. This guy's going to tank in value. Oh, dear. I have one in my closet that's sealed that I was keeping for a while, and then they're going to remake it. I probably should sell that real quick. Get rid of it. Meow Mew Gamer says, hello, I'm a new investor. What advice do you have for beginners? I see people that have lots of funds in their Lego account, but as a beginner, if I invest 500 euros and I buy a couple of recommended sets, modules, UCS, with my money, I would start out with figures only, because sets you have to sit on for a long time. Unless you can find a great deal on some sets, I would do that. But start with figures and then go from there, because figures are a good way to kind of have a little bit less investment into it, and kind of it starts off a little slower. So you're not going to get like tons of money right away, but I would start off with that. Samuel Oskamp said, I'm planning to do an Empire mock. Which AT-AT should I buy? I'm hesitating between 2014 one and the new one from 2020. I've heard the new one is actually pretty good. I don't, obviously, AT-ATs, there's been a whole lot of them. The 2014 one was pretty solid as well. I love the old 4483, but the build of it, like, the head just always falls off and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, that one is a little meh in terms of the build itself, but I love it just for the nostalgia. Oh, man, 10179, $700. Oh, the mighty have fallen. I need to get this one, too. But, yeah, I would say either one of those is probably killer for that. Brick Build Vid said, if there was one Lego theme you could have all of, what theme would you have? It's the older themes. So, I mean, ultimately, if we're going for value, I'd say the whole theme of Star Wars, I'd like to have all of them. Wow, that's a big collection. I don't have time for any of that, though. I'd like to have all of Star Wars, but the actual themes that I really enjoyed just kind of putting together, they're realistic, is like the older themes. So like Ice Planet and Aquanauts, but I already did that. So I do have all the themes, the whole theme, all the sets kind of put together and together and whatnot on the desk. So I've already been there, done that, actually. Obi-Wan also said, if I do an Army Hall mock videos, would you say my channel is made for kids? Oh, if I do Army Hall mock videos, it depends. I mean, I guess it depends on your age, and it depends on what you feature. I don't think that my content's made for kids because of the fact that you have to be over 13 to have an eBay account, and the whole point of my thing is just showing like what I'm finding and what is for sale. So you have to be over that age to even buy it from me. So like that's the whole point of the channel. I don't feature kids or anything like that in there. So I mean, ultimately, I don't consider myself a child's channel. So I would imagine like M&R Productions isn't a child's channel. Brickitect is because he features his child in it, so he figured that was going to be safe. But I would say probably not, as long as you're over a certain age. I don't know how old you are, but as long as you're not gearing it towards children, I think that was mainly for like the really blatant children's stuff. I mean, obviously Legos are an all ages thing. They're not just made for children. There's plenty of AFOLs in the world. I don't know what the numbers are comparatively to like adults versus kids. Probably kids are a little bit more, but there's tons of adults that get enjoyment out of Lego. And they make sets like this specifically for older adults. Like kids don't even know what this is. This is for my age people. So ultimately, I don't think that Lego content just right off the bat is for kids at all. I would argue that tooth and nail, basically. And that is going to be it for this video. I didn't see anything, but we will take a look at that smooth-haired Leia because I think that might be a find. It looks a little bit dingy in terms of the set, but I might take the risk as long as I can talk him down a little bit. I might take the risk on that one and shoot for that smooth-haired Leia. It's a terrible picture, but maybe I'll ask for new pictures or something to that effect. Man, another Black Seas Barracuda. It seems like everybody's selling these lately. I had no idea there was going to be so many of those in existence. It's absolutely nuts how many of those I've seen just for sale on eBay. They're still pretty valuable, but I figured it was like a super rare set, like the Skull's Eye Schooner, but Skull's Eye Schooner never shows up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Another Q&A. Comment below your question for the next Q&A. I will answer those while we go find some more cool stuff, hopefully. Didn't find anything on this one. Well, we actually might have. We might have found that smooth hair Leia, but I got to get her for a good price, so that's the difference maker there. I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next one.